comment ça va YouTube? On est toujours en vacances. Là, on s'envoie une séance d'eau brutale. On va pas trop parler. Déjà sur la séance, on va mettre beaucoup de volume parce que je vais faire que d'eau aujourd'hui. Et il y a pas mal de machines cool dans la salle, donc que d'eau. D'ailleurs, on vient de dépasser les 2500 abonnés. C'est bien, c'est pas assez, mais c'est bien, c'est un bon début. Puis de toute façon, on grimpe petit à petit, donc ça, c'est carré. Du coup, vous êtes beaucoup à me demander à refaire du deadlift. Mais les gars, en ce moment, j'ai arrêté le deadlift. Enfin, j'ai arrêté il y a longtemps. Hein. J'ai arrêté en décembre ou en janvier. En fait, parce que je crois il y a des moments, je poussais trop. Et du coup, j'avais les vaisseaux sanguins dans les yeux qui pétaient. Je sais pas si vous avez déjà vu des vidéos. J'avais mis une vidéo à un moment sur TikTok. Mais en gros, j'avais les vaisseaux sanguins qui pétaient. Du coup, j'avais du sang dans les yeux. Et comme c'est pas trop cool, enfin, c'est un peu dangereux quand même. Même s'il n'y a pas trop de risques. Parce que j'avais demandé à des gens qui s'y connaissaient. Mais vas-y, quand même, c'était un peu relou. Du coup, j'ai arrêté le deadlift, c'est pour ça. Et du coup, alors, en général, quand je veux faire du deadlift à la défense, c'est chiant parce qu'il y a du monde de ouf et tout. Donc, c'est un peu aussi pour ça que j'ai arrêté d'en faire. En ce moment, je fais plus du soulevé de terre aux mains, enfin plutôt du RDL. Et genre, j'aime bien faire ça en lourd, ça travaille de ouf. Et du coup, voilà, là, je vais pas faire de deadlift. Et du coup, je vais commencer avec du rowing bien lourd. Et puis après, on va faire pas mal d'exos. Et du coup, on va mettre beaucoup de volume. J'ai pas forcément l'habitude de mettre beaucoup de volume dans mes exos. Mais là, j'ai envie de faire ça. J'ai envie de faire une grosse séance d'eau. Et puis voilà.
One time in my life, I felt that. What was my purpose? And sometimes you graduate out of high school, you look for that job, you look for that career, college, degree. You still question, is this my purpose? I want to talk to you about the center, your center. Your purpose. One question that I always ask myself, even I would always ask myself, is your purpose. What's your purpose for living? Do you know your purpose? What you're created to do? Do you know what that is? A lot of people live their entire lives not knowing, entire lifetime not being happy because they feel as though they're not fulfilling their purpose. One piece of advice that I can give to you to find your purpose is to spend time with yourself. Spend time away from distractions, away from people who distract you, who take your time away from you. Now, when you talk about taking time away from you, I'm talking about taking time away from the things that you may enjoy. You may used to write, you don't do it anymore. You may used to sing, you don't do it anymore. You may used to read books, and you don't do it anymore. You may, whatever your hobby is, you know, try to get that back into your life, especially for men, because life is very, very challenging for a man. They expect us to be leaders. When I say they, I'm talking about God created a man to be a leader, to be a fighter, to set examples in his home, his house, for his wife, for his kids, for other men around him that look up to him. And how can you do that if you don't know what your true purpose is, or if you're not happy with yourself and your position and where you're at? That's one part of your purpose, because you have this gift that you're not exercising, that you used to exercise, and you decided not to do that. That's one way of getting back into the groove of who you are and what you're created to do. The second thing is, the more time you spend alone with yourself, the more time that you will be able to understand who you are. When I mean understand who you are, I'm talking about without any outside interference, without any friends, without any peer pressure of wanting to be like someone else. The more time you spend alone, you're going to figure out okay, what your purpose is. And I say that because of this. God will talk to you. You start seeking in those moments of not having any outside distractions. What happens is things become clear. Clarity sets in. And you're able to make decisions not based on what you saw that day or what you heard that day or what that person may have said to you. You're able to make decisions based on how you feel internally. Okay? So number one, we have time alone. Number two, spending time alone will clear your subconscious mind up so you can make your own decisions based on how you feel. Okay? So that's number two. Third thing is going without. Okay, I want to say going without. That means there's times where you can go without your friends, you can go without going out, you can go without other people around you. Okay? Going without eating, going without this, going without that. There's a thing in the Bible that says, when you fast for a purpose. You fast because things become clear in your life. And this is so true. Whenever I go on a diet for bodybuilding and start eating strict, I start seeing things a lot clearer. My decisions are clear. I can hear things a lot clearer in my life. Directions and certain things that God wants me to do, it becomes clear to me. You were born special. You were born with a gift. You were born with being able to bring your own unique abilities and gifts to this world. And you have so much more to offer. So guys, I just encourage you to find it, trust and believe in yourself, and never quit and never give up. And at the end of the day, know that there's something greater. God has a greater purpose for your life than you just going through the motions. All right? So God bless you guys. I love you. This is Kevin Lavergne, and I look forward to seeing you again. God bless you and good night. Peace.
There comes a day, man. Everyone's gonna have this day. There comes a day where being average, being mediocre is just sickening to you. It's just sickening. It makes you want to throw up. Because you've seen people with far less talent than you. As you're growing up with them, their childhood buddies, whatever else, they didn't have what you had. Yet now they're fucking to become something that you haven't. There comes that day. It's either when you're young, and it strikes you on the baseball field because you're sick of striking out, or it's when you get fired from your 5th job, and your wife and kids are on your ass because you don't know how to support them anymore. There comes a fucking day where push comes to shove. Where being mediocre, being like average and shit just fucking burns and sucks so much. You can't deal with it one more day, and you get off your fucking ass. And you create something that's always been there. It's always been inside of you trying to come out. But you've never wanted to unwrap it because it's too much fucking pain and commitment. You were scared you were gonna fail. You were scared if you started, you never finish it. You didn't want to tell anyone about it. You knew it was there, but you never wanted to embark on it. Until something fucking hits. You get fired or somebody else gets success, remind you of what you could have been. And then the fucking spark is born. And no matter what happens, I'm never gonna be in this boat again. And you get up and you go, even if it gets knocked down, you just keep going, you're a wild man. And life has never been so sweet. That can happen at an early age, it can happen at a later age. It's gonna happen to somebody no matter what, it's gonna happen to you. And when it does happen to you, thank your lucky stars that finally you're alive. It's time to unwrap the potential you can be. Superior, man. It's within you. It's within every single one of us. And the people that have risen to that level were no different than any one of us. It's just that they believed it and they're willing to work their fucking ass off to get it. It wasn't about the potential. It wasn't about the genetics. It was about the perseverance. And it was about being the hardest fucking worker in the room. That's what got them there. And it didn't happen overnight. They got knocked down more than they ever stood up. But they kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going, because what else is the alternative? To be average again. That sucks, man. And it really sucks when you've tasted success at one point in your life. When you have sex with a woman and it's the best sex ever, you want to have sex with her again. When you eat a fucking great juicy steak, man, you want to have that again. When you go out and you train hard to play baseball and you connect and you hit the winning home run, you want to feel that way again. When you taste these finer things of life, all the pain, all the work, all the sacrifice to get them is well worth it. If anything, it's a small down payment for the price and the reward you got and that feeling. And once felt, how do you ever turn your back on it? Stop running from the potential of what you can be, guys. It's inside of you. It's always been there. Grab a buddy of yours. Say, man, me and you are gonna fucking do this together. And you're gonna be on my ass if I start slacking. I'm gonna be on your ass if I start slacking. And I'll never accept mediocre again. I'm always gonna give it my 110 fucking %. That's the only thing I can ever say a solid day's work. That's all that will ever find peace in. If you guys do not do that, I promise you, your life will haunt you for the rest of your days. If there's potential inside of you, which you know it's there, but you're too scared to tell anyone else about it, and you go on and on, get older and older and older and older, and the windows of opportunity start to close, and you knew it could have been given birth to, but you never did it, I promise you, it will haunt you. It'll be more, it's a living nightmare, dude. That fact that you had the ability to do something and you're too weak to fucking turn the key and start the engine on it is a greater disappointment and a greater burden to carry than any of this physical sweat equity or pain in the gym or sacrifice. All that is just nothing compared to a life where you're burdened by regret, guys. I hope you guys get what the fuck I'm saying. I'm telling you what, man, once you get it, come on over this side of the fence, you don't see fucking problems anymore, man. You see situations. You see possibilities. And you can't wait to get them started, man. You're like, why did I wait so long to engage? It doesn't matter about the past. It's today. What are we doing today?
Bon, du coup, là, on a fini la séance. On est en train de faire nos steps pour rentrer à la casa. D'ailleurs, on est en train de faire une quête secondaire, là. Bref. Du coup, petit récap de la séance. Et bah, la séance, ça va, franchement, elle était grave bien. Juste, j'ai eu un peu de mal à me mettre dedans au début parce que, vas-y, j'avais trop mangé en fait avant. Mais sinon, c'était carré, c'était une grave bonne séance. J'ai grave mis de l'intensité, gros volume, que le dos. Et franchement, c'était un banger. Après, je sais pas, je crois que j'ai pas filmé toutes mes séries, mais on s'en fiche. Je pense j'ai de quoi faire une bonne vidéo. Et du coup, aussi, un truc qui était grave bien dans la séance, c'était la machine, vous voyez, la pull-over machine, là, à la Dorian Yates. C'était vraiment un gros banger. J'ai vraiment kiffé la faire. Et du coup, aussi, un truc qui était assez sympa, c'est en fait dans cette salle, il y a beaucoup d'anciens, et même genre d'anciens qui ont fait de la compétition, qui était chargée, mais ça on s'en fiche. Beaucoup d'anciens qui ont fait de la compétition, et du coup, il y a une certaine ambiance dans cette salle quand ils sont là, c'est grave bien. Et même il y en a un qui était venu me voir, il m'a fait ouais, t'as quel âge et tout, tu devrais faire de la compète et tout. Mais du coup ça fait grave plaisir, même si pour l'instant j'envisage pas de faire de compétition. Si j'en fais une, je pense que ce serait pas avant, je sais pas, 3 ans ou truc, parce que là j'ai pas du tout le physique pour, et même c'est pas, pour l'instant je cherche pas à faire des compétitions, mais peut-être dans un avenir, peut-être dans un futur, je ferai des compétitions, je sais pas. Et du coup voilà, c'était ça, c'était grave sympa parce qu'il y a grave une bonne ambiance. Bon, sinon voilà, bref, j'ai raconté ma vie, mais c'est la fin de la vidéo. Portez-vous bien les gars, force à vous, et à la prochaine.